So here is my week 10 project. It is a table and a form. And we're going to fill out the form, and once we're done with that form, we're either going to hit enter or add row, and all this information will go into a second row. And then if you like, it'll stay on this page, so you could add a third and a fourth and a fifth student in these rows that will be created. You cannot add a row unless all three are filled. I kind of like this like little blue glow. That's a Bootstrap. So I created, or I wrote two files, HTML file that also includes Bootstrap, and then I also created a JavaScript for the functionality of this site. It's one site, one page. Okay, you got to fill this out. So ID could be a number here, like me, 9 digits, but I'll just type in 1. Your name, whatever the name is, I'm just going to put in one letter, and then the email. So if I just put S, it says please include an @ so S at whatever, AOL.com. Okay, and then you click on this add row, and there is the second person here. Now the first one here is just an example. It's within the code. I decided to actually put that there as an example so that the next rows that somebody would type in, you'll see what the example is, and that's how each row will look. Okay, so again, I kind of like that glow. That's the Bootstrap, and then the fact that you have to put an @ that's the Bootstrap. There's HTML are the elements here, and then JavaScript will be the functionality of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the files. Okay, so here's my HTML file. Inside of the head, I added a link to Bootstrap. Okay, and then as in the lab for week 10, they put the script, the JS, at the very bottom, right before the end of the body, and that's what I did as well. Okay, so this file contains the HTML and the Bootstrap. Okay, so let's see here. I guess I started off with one div. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so basically there's one container that contains everything below here. So the table, the 3 headings, there's my examples are in that one container. Okay, and after that, oh, I forgot one other thing here. There's a table body that's referenced in the JavaScript, so that's kind of important right there. For the form, okay, there were 3 inputs. There was the ID, the name, and the email. Okay, and if you look here closely, input type. So the ID was the number, the name was a text, and then email. So there's email right there. So they have to actually type in email. They're forced to. Okay, and then there's the submit button at the end there. And these are stacked. These are all divs, but they are stacked one on top of the other, as you saw earlier. So let's go to the JavaScript. Okay, so here is the JavaScript. Okay, and I start here. Top line is event listener. In fact, I have 2 event listeners. One here, the very top one here, starts when the HTML is loaded, and the CSS. Let's see here. These 2 right here, I'm defining the variables form and table body. They're referenced in the HTML. Here's the other event listener. Okay, it's the submit button. And basically, when you submit, okay, we are going to prevent the default here. And the default is that the page would kind of refresh after you hit submit. And we don't want that, at least not on my page. I want that form still there so that I can add more students. Okay, and then let's see here. We have a few more variables here. Okay, and the script here retrieves the values entered. Okay, so whatever the values are, the names, numbers, whatever, they're retrieved here. Let's see here. It creates the 3 cells. The append child is where the row is visually displayed, and and after that the form resets so that you can add more names.